Hey, good morning everyone. So I'm about to undertake a journey of cleaning and paint correction for my Volvo, and been looking at a lot of different supplies, looking at buying another pressure washer, etc. But I thought, maybe we'll just take the value route here and try this Gilmour Foamer. And then I've got a couple of waxes. I've got the gold class, I've been using that for a long time. And then I've also picked up this hyper wash from Meguiar's, which is supposed to be a really good soap for foaming. So we're gonna take a look at that today. Just to let you know, on the Gilmour here, we've got different settings, A through E for different amounts of soap and water. It's speccing from 40 to 60 psi, and we can take a look over here and see what we have here for pressure. Alright, so we're at the upper end, just under 60, which is good. And there's the specimen in question that we'll be looking at. One other thing that we're lucky here is that we have really soft water. When I'm making coffee, I actually have to add minerals to the water when I'm making espresso. But anyway, Gold Class is just a regular, really nice soap, and this hyper wash seems to really be catered to making foam, things like that. So it says ideal for mixing and metering systems. I don't know if they mean that. They probably mean the high-end expensive foam cannons, but we're going to take a look and see today how they perform and whether or not this is a good value. Alright, so let's start there. Get everything hooked up and see how this works. Alright, we've gotten the car hosed down and the hose hooked up, and we're going to take a look at this. So I'll tell you one thing I did change. I pulled the strainer off the end here of the Gilmour just so it can pick up these thick soaps. Anyway, we'll start out with the Gold Class, and basically we're just going to go through every setting and then take a look and see how everything works. And then we'll switch the soap out and see if there's any difference. This Gold Class stuff is less expensive than the Hyper Wash. This Hyper Wash is about 28 bucks for a gallon. So kind of spendy, but still cheaper than a foam cannon and a giant new Krenzla pressure washer or something like that. So let's hook this up and we'll go through the different settings and see how it goes. Alright, so basically there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 settings, A, B, C, D, E, and I'll just go through each one of them and we can take a look and see how it goes. Alright, so this is A. Definitely got some soap on the paint, but pretty watery. Yep, you can definitely tell there's more soap on the car, but still not a heavy, thick foam. We'll go to C. Alright, we're starting to get there, but this is nowhere near what you would get with a foam cannon where the foam just sticks and stays there. Alright, 2 more settings. We got D and E. Here's D. Very similar to C, just more soap, and it's running off. And you can tell that there's less water coming out. So you gotta stand closer and closer to the car. Okay, this is the last setting, and then we'll switch soaps over and see if there's any difference. Alright, so I think if I had to choose, I would go for E. And definitely the soap is sticking better, but obviously this is nowhere near a foam cannon. Alright, let's take a break and we'll switch the soaps out and see if this hyper wash does any better. Alright, so let's get started with the hyper wash. I filled the container up halfway, like quarter of the way, third of the way. I can tell you one thing, that it doesn't smell as nice as the Gold Class. This smells kind of like cherry cough syrup, cherry medicine, which is not as nice, but let's see if it performs better. We'll do the same thing, we'll go A through E and take a look after each step. Alright, so that's setting A. I would say it looks pretty much the same, and we'll just go through each setting. I'm not going to stop after each one on this. I have a feeling they're going to look exactly the same. Well, actually I take that back. I say that B looks more like C. We might be getting like one step better. But let's keep taking a look. Yeah, that's setting C, and I would say that's close to D or E for sure. Alright, that's D. The foam seems to be sticking a little bit better. We got one setting left. But still, we're nowhere near anything what a good foam cannon setup with a pressure washer could do. But just curious, significantly less money. Alright, last setting. Alright, so this is the last setting, E, with the hyper wash, made for metered foam cannons and such. Definitely a thicker foam than the Gold Class, but I'm not too sure if it's worth the money or not. Certainly doesn't smell as good, and the soap does run off still. But anyway, hope this helps. If you have any questions, of course, we'll try and answer them as best we can. We'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.